Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're certainly welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Come On The Hoops. If this is your first time viewing the channel, please do like and subscribe. I'm back in Dublin for the weekend. We're going to chat about Celtic, most of all, potential outgoings and potential incomings. Obviously, it's a summer window. The boys are about to jet off to do a bit of pre-season training in Portugal, then go to Japan for a couple of games, and then arrive back in the UK. There is a talks of Celtic playing Spurs or Wolves in the Aviva Stadium, Dublin, on the 29th of this month. Hopefully we get a bit of clarification in the next couple of days. If it happens, I'm hoping to be there. I will be in Dublin that weekend, but I'm going to say to Celtic fans, if it does go ahead, the price of hotels in Dublin are extortionate. It's All Ireland weekend as well in the hurling, so could be a difficult place to get accommodation and be playing over your nose just to get a place to put the head down. So let's talk about transfers. Let's talk about Conor Hazard, a guy that's been at the club since the age of 16 years of age, Northern International, and he's on the verge of joining promoted Plymouth Argyle in the Championship. Reported fee is 1.2 million. If we get 1.2 million for Conor Hazard, that is an absolute great bit of business from Celtic, and it means he's going to one of the most competitive leagues in the world, the Championship, one of the most unpredictable leagues in the world as well. Plymouth doing well, obviously that promotion last season, the football they played, so I wish them the very best going there. He obviously helped us win the Scottish Cup, the quad treble. He had a couple of games in the Europa League. He had a fantastic performance against Lille as well in the Europa League group stage. So I wish Hazard the very best. You know, at the end of the day, he's not going to get ahead of Joe Hart or Scott Bain. Barkas is gone. Benjamin Seacrest, his future is in question because reportedly he misses online. She is in Australia. I met Benji literally the day after we won the treble and in Dublin, flying to Dublin. And then he went to Australia for a couple of weeks. Now he's back pre-season training with Celtic. All steam ahead. Will he leave Celtic to pursue a career maybe in the A-League, or will he stay put and forget about personal matters and focus on the prize, which is your football career? Tough one to say. I know a lot of people attacked me the other day when I talked about Jacinta and Starfelt, but I've said this many times on the channel, folks. You got to have that work and family balance. If you don't have that, it affects your performances. Simple as that, you know. And we have a quality manager, we have quality coaching staff, we have a fantastic fan base, we have a fantastic stadium, we're in good revenue, we're in a good place as a club, and we need everyone on board and forget about the personal circumstances. But if that stuff is affecting you, obviously you're going to think of putting your head somewhere. So I'm just saying it. There's one or two that attacked me the other day about Starfelt. I was just being honest and saying, okay, Jota left, Jacinta's left, you never know what could happen. Hopefully he stays, and I don't know, he hasn't been linked to any clubs. I'm just saying it as it is. Sorrow, there's another one that could be out the door. Panathinaikos have been sniffing around for the last 7 days. There's been no concrete bids. There's been nothing about Sorrow. Obviously he spent on loan last season the Portuguese top flight at Cora, and you know what, they have actually signed a replacement for Sorrow, which is a former Celtic player, Ebue Kouassi. I don't know if you remember, Kouassi had a couple of games. Obviously he got that injury against Hearts in the semi-finals at Murrayfield in the League Cup semi-finals back in 2019. So Kouassi, made a few quid off him. I remember we sold him back to Russia, made a few quid. So Kouassi is going to Accorda. And regards to more players going out the window, hopefully we'll see Yeti go. Hopefully see more players. That McCarthy as well. I know McCarthy's been training with the first team. Regards to getting Fabian Rieder in from Young Boys, it's a stumbling block, folks, because obviously we've been linked to him since the last week. Their CEO came out and said that he's a 15 million price tag on him. He's been capped for Switzerland over 4 times. He's 21 years of age. He's left-footed. He can play in the left wing, right wing, play behind the striker. And this is a guy that's played for Young Boys, broke into the senior team back 3 years ago, and he's been playing phenomenal football. And he's had to win a couple of Swiss leagues and the Swiss Cup. So Borussia Mönchengladbach of the Bundesliga are looking to sign him as well. That's the latest we know about him. Are we going to break the bank for this player? I think we should. I think he looks like an absolute baller. I'm delighted that we got Marco Talilio in his press conference yesterday. I was very impressed the way he spoke about the way he's going to move forward in his career. He said he never spoke to Ange but it was a recruitment project, scouting job that we been looking at this guy for a while, and obviously it's not a Brendan Rodgers signing. You look at the press conference today, well, the interview Brendan Rodgers done with Celtic TV didn't really seem like it was a Brendan Rodgers signing. It was more so it was in the pipeline, and I'm looking forward to having this guy on both flanks, and he can play front as well. Like, it's a big step going from the A-League to the Scottish League, and Melbourne loved him. The players loved him at Melbourne City. The fans loved him, and hopefully he can make an impact, and he keeps getting into that Australian squad as well. That will boost his confidence. He said he had a chat with Aaron Moy before he joined the club, and then having the likes of Harry Kill there, that will improve him as well in that playing aspect of it and the coaching aspect. So hopefully we'll see what happens with Fabian Reder. No other transfer talk. Obviously the South Korean Yang from Gangwon, that's up in the air. He's after having the conversation with the chairman, with their president. There's been heated words in exchange. There's been talks from their captain that things are quite stable at the moment in the dressing room, but they're obviously fighting relegation. Reported the fee is $2 million we're throwing at him, but he's valued on Transfer America at $700,000. What he is, folks, he's 21 years of age. He's a left winger. He can play right wing and he can play front. Kind of very similar to Marco Toledo. This looks like a more of a before Brendan came in, looking at the K-League like we done with O, and we got O from there. So if this goes on too long, I just think we should just leave it and focus on another player. To be honest with you, he does look like a very exciting prospect, but at the same time, with money in the bank, we can go for someone maybe double, triple the price with European experience and not having this clutter going on in the background with the club, with their players. If they want to sell them, take the $2 million. Yes, they're fighting relegation. We'll move on. If they don't want to sell them, we'll go away from and focus on someone else. So do let me know in the comments, folks. I like to speak to you all soon. More content will be coming up in the next couple of days, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hell, up the Celts.